horse is quite a bit smaller than all of them. What's the difference?
This is Princess Passion. Her name was Passion, or is Passion, I should say. But we started calling her Princess because she is definitely the princess around here, and she reacts better to that name. Passion is considered a pony, and a pony is the height of a horse, and she's smaller in stature than the rest of the horses. And she is a Haflinger Welsh cross, and she came from a Amish farm in southern Ohio where I rescued her from. She was being abused, beaten with wood to the right side of her head. Her tail and her mane were almost all the way pulled off when she came here. Yeah, she doesn't like talking about that, do you? You're okay now, baby. And she was about 300 pounds underweight when she came. And you can see now that weight is not an issue, except that it's a little bit of an issue that, you know, she's an easy keeper, and we are constantly watching her weight. She's always on a diet, just like a lot of us girls, right? Everyone. But she's super sassy. Yes, I said you were sassy. And she's a very sweet side, but she's very stubborn in nature and very mischievous too. Yeah. You know we're talking about you, don't you? She's got great eyelashes too.
Oh yeah, I want those.
No, she's got
extensions.
Latisse, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, but she's pretty.
Yeah, she is real sweet, and she actually is the favorite of one of our military veterans, David. This was the first horse that he actually really bonded with when he started coming out here to spend some quiet time. And yeah.
What do you notice, like, with veterans or people who have mental health issues or who have gone through some really bad things? What do you notice versus someone like a student just coming to visit versus someone who...
Bonding. I have seen people that are struggling really seem to take the time more to understand the horses, and they just always seem to, they just always seem to have a much closer, I think, bond. Not that our students don't always have that. I mean, of course, everybody bonds in different ways, but it's a much deeper connection, I think, in my opinion.
Who do you think most people have as their favorite or top favorites?
That's actually interesting because we had a training session this summer, and for a full day we were bringing in volunteers in different sessions, and that was one of the questions I asked everybody: who's your favorite? Who do you have the most difficulties with? And everybody said it was hard to pick a favorite, but everybody gravitated towards Cody because he's kind of the underdog and the easiest going. But then after that, typically Freedom's name came up because of his majestic looks. Yeah, he's a very handsome horse. All of them had at least, like a few people said Passion, just because she's so sassy and stuff and interesting. This horse has picked locks and let all the horses out before. Somehow her wide body got over our fence line. She jumped our fence and ended up smashing her face on the concrete out there. She escaped with minor injuries except cosmetic. We still don't know how she got over it. We suspect maybe a deer was in the pasture or something. Yeah, she's definitely a very interesting and fun horse to have around. She keeps it very interesting around here.
Yeah. You're good, man.
Hey, princess.
Hey.
You sassy thing.
All right, Michelle, do you want to introduce us to this awesome guy right here?
Yeah, this is Cody. He's my sweet prince, as I call him. Cody is a 32-year-old wild Mustang. He was born in the Pryor Mountains in Montana. He was rounded up by the Bureau of Land Management, a government agency, and in the 80s. And he, from the best we can do from tracing his history, what I've been able to piece together is he was trained as a Revolutionary War reenactment horse. He was a therapy horse in at least 2 therapy programs for children with disabilities. He served with the mounted police here locally in Ohio, and he's just really had a remarkable life and a tough life altogether. His nose cavity here, you can see, was broken, and his jaw was broken. He's been abused by humans and by a herd of horses. He's an easy target because he's so docile. There's nothing wild about this Mustang, and the impact here to his nose is what caused him to go blind in this right eye here, and his left eye, he only has about 40% sight remaining, and that's from a cataract due to older age. Since he's been with us, I rescued him in 2007 when he was no longer able to perform his duties at a therapy barn locally here, and to avoid him going to the auction, I took him in. He's my second rescue, so he's really, really special. He's the last extension, really, that we have here of Forever Amber. The two of them were extremely bonded, and he's never had another buddy like her since her departure. He's broken a leg since he was here, survived that. He's torn a suspensory ligament, which is a pretty severe ligament tear, like an ACL tear. And he's survived colic 3 times, which is a intestinal issue that can be very, very deadly if it's not caught quickly and treated quickly. Cody actually, back in the spring, stopped drinking, and horses need to drink a minimum of 5 gallons of liquid a day, and he kept getting dehydrated, and he wasn't going to survive, and we were doing IVs on him daily, which not only was very, very expensive for a small, organization like ours that struggles every month to keep the lights on, as we say, but it really wasn't humane to be hooking him up to these needles every day just to keep him alive. And we were thinking about euthanizing him back in the spring if he wouldn't start drinking. And then suddenly one night, in the middle of the night, I came up with a brainstorm, and I decided to try apple juice. Like horses like apples, so maybe he would like some apple juice. And he's survived now on apple juice cocktails, as we call them, since April. And every day he drinks a combination of apple juice and water, about 5 gallons. And we have lots of people come and drop off apple juice for him. So he's very, very sweet. He's a barn favorite, and he's really helped a lot of people get through a lot of stuff. And when his days are over here, he's truly going to be missed more than I can express.
So Sherry has her cool antler mark. Does Cody have one?
Yes, he does, over on this side. This is his branding right over here on his neck. And if we were to shave that down, which wouldn't hurt him, and I've done that before, to see, it's a series of symbols and letters. And when you look it up in the Wild Mustang registry, that's how you can trace his age, where he came from, and all that.
I got it.
Cody, from being sick with his stomach issues, his colic issues, he can't swallow regular hay, Timothy hay, like most horses would eat. And something has happened to his esophagus. It was damaged when he was sick. And so this is pelleted hay, which is a compressed hay. It's basically just like the rest of the hay that the other horses eat, except it's in these little pellets. So we cater to him, and we essentially call it that he's on hospice care here. We do for him whatever he needs. We provide him whatever the guy needs. He's deserved it, so.